Hello, today we are going to discuss about the network attacks or the network threats which exploit our network or the network resources. So here in this we are going to learn about the attacks or the threats, and there are various type of attacks like denial of services, malwares, spoofing, phishing, etc. So let's first discuss about the attacks or the threats. So here we can see that our network are always prone to unauthorized monitoring and to the different type of the network attack. So here the attack is an effort. So this effort is to destroy, steal or gain an unauthorized access to the organization or the individual assets or the individual data. So here the attack can be made by the insider or also made by the outsider from the IT infrastructure. So it can compromises the confidentiality, integrity and the availability of the resources of an organization. So the attacks may be the type of attacks are like passive attack, active attacks and the network attacks. So let's discuss about the type of attacks. The first is the denial of services, that is DOS attack. So here the DOS attack is a cyber attack. So here the attack here in this attack the attacker make a machine or a network resource unavailable to its intended user. It means the DOS is particular done to hack the website or the server. So here in this the particular machine or the targeted network resource is made unavailable to the user so that it can use their services or access their services. So here the DOS is done by flooding a network or the targeted network with useless traffic temporarily or permanently, so which disrupt the services of a host connected to the internet. So here if user want to access the network resources, then the network will become unavailable to it. So it is designed to disable, shut down or disrupt a network, website or a services. So here the DOS attackers may make the attack physically or also use the software to make this attack. So here the physical interruption means power offing the servers or while disconnecting their internet connection, whereas this software attacks like by flooding the target server with so many requests to make the service freeze or to make the service unavailable to the host computer. So it is performed for basically for the web server or to the or for the email servers. The main goal of DOS is to make servers to do lot of processing and responding. This is known as amplification. So DOS is not performed by a single device because it is very difficult to make this attack, to make so many requests to a server to make their services freeze. So here it requires a lot of devices to make this attack. So here are two terms used, zombie and botnet. So here the zombie is a computer which is controlled by the attacker, whereas the botnet refers to the network of the zombie computers. So these are the two terms which are used in the DOS attack. The next term is used as DDoS, that is distributed denial of services. As we have read that this attack is not made by the single system. Here we require a multiple system to flood the resources of a target system, which is known as distributed denial of service attack. So the type of DOS attack like smurfing, unintentional DOS and flashing. So in smurfing, the attacker flood the network with the ping packet which is sent over the broadcast address. So this make the network traffic and make the services unavailable. Whereas unintentional DOS, this attack can occur when a system doesn't respond to the request or doesn't provide the services, not due to the attacker which make the attack, but simply due to the sudden enormous popularity. Like the example is the news sites or the link sites which provide link to the interesting content over the internet. They are making likely to cause this phenomena which is known as unintentional DOS. The next attack is the flashing attack. So here in this flashing, it is a permanent attack that exploits the network based upon the firmware updates, whereas the firmwares are the permanent softwares which program which are inbuilt into the read-only memory. So when our device get the notification of firmware updates, so here the targeted device get the notification of firmware update and it make the target device inoperable when the flashing attack is installed in it. So these are the denial of services attack. The next attack is malware attack. So these malware attacks also known as malicious software. So this malware is in any program or a file that cause the harm to the computer or the other devices in the network. So these include like the viruses, worms, Trojan horses, adwires, and the spywares. So these malwares perform a variety of functions like stealing the data, encrypted the encoded data, or deleting sensitive information from the particular data, and or altering or making changes to the hijacked data. So it also hijack core computing functions, and it also monitor the user computer activities without their permissions. So these are the features or the functions of the malwares. So the type of malwares are like virus. So virus is also a malicious program that can execute itself and spread by infecting other programs or files present in the device. Hereas the virus perform two jobs such as replication and activation. So first of all, when it installed in the device, it make the copies of it itself, and then it spread the infected programs in all over the device. Next is worm. So worm is also a type of malware that can self-replicate without a host program. Here the worm is similar to the virus, but it doesn't require a host program to make their copies, whereas virus want the host program to make the copies of itself. The next is the Trojan horse. The Trojan horse is basically designed to appear as the authorized program. So whenever a user installs this program, then this Trojan start executing their malicious functions. The next is the rootkit. So it is a malware which is designed to obtain administrator level access to the victim system. First of all, it steals the password or the username from the authorized users, and then get the administrator level access to the targeted system. The next is the spyware. So this attack is designed to collect information and data on users and observe their activity without their user knowledge or without their permissions. So these type of malware attacks corrupt the applications or make changes in the sensitive informations. The next attack is the brute force cracking. So this brute force cracking is also known as trial and error method. So in this attack, the attacker decodes encrypted data such as password or data encryption standard key. So basically this attack was designed to get know about the password or the DES keys which is used by the user to encrypt their data. So here in brute force cracking, the attackers proceed through all processor combination of legal character in sequence. First of all, they make the combination and use this combination in the place of password and to crack the password or the encrypted data. Whereas the brute force cracking is a time consuming process. So it take a lot of time to crack the password. So it is less used for the attack. The next is the spoofing. So the spoofing attack is when an attacker or the malicious program successfully act as the another person or the program behalf by impersonating data. So here in spoofing attack, the attacker will successfully act like the another person or the authorized person to access the information. So in this attack, the attacker pretend to someone else or the another computer device on the network in order to trick other computer device or the person in performing illegal actions or giving up sensitive data. So they make the intentions to get the sensitive data from the users or the computer devices. So it's used to attack networks, spread malwares, and to access confidential informations and the data. So the type of spoofing attack are ARP spoofing, DNS spoofing, and the IP address spoofing. So first is the ARP spoofing. So this is a malicious attack and which sends the false ARP message over the local area network. So this make the link between the attacker MAC address with the IP address of the targeted computer or the server over the network. The next is the DNS spoofing. So here DNS spoofing is also known as DNS cache poisoning, and it is the form of computer hacking in which it corrupts in which it sends the corrupt domain name system data in which is introduced in the DNS resolver cache and calls the name server to return a incorrect IP address. So these result into a diverting traffic over to the attacker computer, and it track all of the traffic and data which is coming to over it. The next is the IP address spoofing. So here it is known as it is a hijacking technique in which cracker act as a trusted host to to conceal his identity, to steal a website, or to hijack the browser, or to gain access to the network by stealing the IP address of a particular or a targeted device. So these are the type of the spoofing attacks. So the next attack is session hijacking. So it is also known as the cookie hijacking. Here the session hijacking is the misuse of valid computer session or the session key. So these cookies which are made safe by the programmer or the web developer for the future use, these session or the cookies are stealed by the hackers, and they gain the unauthorized access to the information or services in a computer system to make the changes in these websites or to make changes in the application. So here the example is like web developer use HTTP cookies to maintain a session on many websites. So it can be easily stolen by the attackers using an intermediate computer or with access to the saved cookies on the user's computer. So this is the session hijacking attack. The next is the zero-day attack. So here the zero-day attack is used to describe the threat of an unknown security flaws in a computer application. So it is the attack which is occur over the security flaws or the vulnerability which is not known by the application developer. So this attack occur if the application developer were unaware of these flaws or didn't have sufficient time to patch it or to update it. So here the zero-day flaws is considered as an important component when designing an application so that it will be secure and giving the efficient services. So this is a zero-day attack which is made over the security flaws which occur in our computer applications. The next is phishing attack. So here the phishing is a type of social engineering attack used to obtain sensitive information or to steal our user data. So it include like stealing of login credentials such as username and the password, or the credit card numbers, or or indirectly asking for the money. So these attacks have the dangerous result if any host or any person will become the victim of this attack. This will give a dangerous result. The next is the insider attack. So here the insider attack or the insider threat is a malicious attack which is made by the insider user or the employee of an organization or the enterprise. So here the insider can plant Trojan horses or the browse through the file security system. So this type of attack can be extremely difficult to detect or protect against because this is made by the insider employee of the organization. So the Trojan horses are a threat to both the integrity and the confidentiality of the system. So the insiders can affect availability by overloading the system processing or storage capacity, or by causing the system to crash. So this is a very dangerous attack. The next is the packet sniffing attack, or the packet sniffing attack is the network attack where attacker captures network traffic or data at the Ethernet frame level and then analyze or retrieve or make the changes in the sensitive information. So this attack is start with a tool such as Wireshark, which capture the packets for analyzing the traffic, but the attacker use this tool to capture the traffic and to make the changes in the sensitive information. The next is the port scanning. So here the port scan attack occur when an attacker send packet to the machine to find its destination port, and the attacker use this attack to get knowledge about the operation running of the operating system, and it also knows about the open ports to make the attack to that particular or targeted computer. So these are the type of attacks. There are many attacks also like the packet or protocol abuse attack, where the attacker attacks the network time protocol or it make the changes in the network time protocol server. The next is the man in middle attack. This attack is made to capture the information which is done between the two source and the destination. So a attacker is sit between the source and destination, and it capture the packet which is sending between them. That is known as the man in middle attack. And there is also a local access attack which is done in the LAN network to attack over a particular node to hack the data or the sensitive data. So these is all about the network attacks. Thank you.